Marcus Richmond was taken to hospital after he tripped and broke his arm while playing with a cricket ball in August 2016. Doctors spotted the cancer in his arms and lungs after he was taken to hospital by his concerned mother following his fall. Marcus started chemotherapy almost immediately, but despite 2 courses and the amputation of his right arm and shoulder, he died on May 23, Leicestershire Live reports. His family mum Johanna, dad Glenn and sister Elise, now 16, of Cropston, never told him that his cancer was terminal because they never wanted him to lose hope. Johanna said, "I will never forget the day they effectively told me that my son's cancer was terminal. I answered my phone and was sitting at the top of the stairs when the consultant said the chemotherapy is not working. There is nothing more we can do for him." I was devastated. We never told Marcus because how could you tell your own child that he was dying? We did not tell him because we did not want him to have anything other than hope. Johanna said Marcus was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a rare bone cancer found in teenagers and young adults, after he fell while playing at the local cricket club. She said he broke his right arm and went to hospital. The doctor said the X-rays showed Marcus had this cancer in his arm. That is when the nightmare began. They found out it had already spread to his lungs, and he started 8 months of chemotherapy almost immediately at the teenage cancer ward at the Leicester Royal Infirmary. When the chemotherapy was finished, doctors told Johanna they thought the cancer might be dormant. Mum noticed Marcus's arm was swollen on trip to France, but on a trip to Lourdes in the south of France in the summer of 2016, Johanna noticed that Marcus's arm was swollen. She said, "I was always worried that the cancer was not dormant. After we got back and tests showed the cancer was back and he had to have another round of gruelling chemotherapy sessions." He started the chemotherapy almost a year to the day after the last round. After 2 cycles of about 5 weeks each, the doctors called. This is when they told me that the chemotherapy was not working at all and there was nothing else they could do for my son. Johanna said doctors took the decision to amputate Marcus's right arm and shoulder in January this year to try to give him a better quality of life. His arm was swollen and cumbersome. It had become difficult for him to use. Marcus accepted that and was pretty matter-of-fact about the whole thing. Family promised to buy Marcus a bird after operation. Johanna said that Marcus had a love of exotic birds and they promised to buy him a bird after he had the operation. She said he wanted a parrot because he loved them, but we settled on a budgie as a compromise. When they were about to take him down to theater, he said to the nursing team, "Let's get on with his, because then I can have a bird." His attitude was amazing and very humbling. Johanna said that Marcus was up playing table football with nursing staff the day after having his right arm and shoulder amputated. 5 days after the surgery, he left hospital together with his mum and dad Glenn and sister Elise, now 16. They went and bought a budgie which Marcus called Blue. Johanna said Marcus loved that little budgie. He spent a lot of time in his bedroom and Blue would fly all around the room. Marcus taught him to sit on his finger and he loved that. Marcus was still undergoing chemotherapy to try to fight the growth of the cancer. Johanna said, "We knew it was just trying to buy him time, but we wanted that." The parents were told that Marcus was eligible for a medical trial of chemotherapy and a new drug that had encouraging results. Marcus went to Birmingham Children's Hospital for tests on May 3rd and to prepare himself for the trial. But he never got to take part in the trial, said Johanna. Marcus was having problems breathing and he went into hospital for a few days. Then they asked us if we wanted to take him home. He went through hell, but he just got on with it. Just days after going home, Marcus passed away surrounded by friends and family. Johanna said, "He went through hell, but he just got on with it." Marcus never moaned. He was an amazing person. It was a privilege to have known him. We all miss him so much. Marcus's funeral is to be held this Friday at noon at Cropston All Saints Church. After the service and burial, there will be an after party at the pumping station in Cropston.